What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Realistic Summer Career Mode. This is episode number 74, and we're starting today's episode off on the back of our 2-1 win over Fiorentina. Moyes Keane popping up the game winner in the final minute of normal time. As you can see, 5 points clear of Juve now after our big win against them in Turin. So we know, win 12 of our final 13 games, we are Serie A champions. Easier said than done though, of course, after needing a last minute winner from Keane at the San Siro in our last game. But for our first game of today's episode, our final one of February, Sassuolo away from home as we try and keep Juventus at bay and try and possibly extend our lead at the top of the table here. Taking on Sassuolo, you know those games of FIFA where like they're not very, like they're kind of, I'm not going to say boring, right, but they're just a little bit, I don't know, slow. I don't know what the right word is here, but heading into the game, 20 minutes in, we opened the scoring for Federico Chiesa, and I was thinking, okay, alright, we could win this game quite convincingly here. Chiesa, our top scorer this year, that is now 23 goals in 25 games, going for Ciro Immobile's record. And that was it. Yeah, we won the game by a goal to nil. And don't get me wrong, I passed the ball around so much in this game. I absolutely dominated possession, 70% of it. I absolutely controlled the game, really. I just knocked the ball around and made sure that I could keep that clean sheet intact. And that would mean no matter what, we get the 3 points. But I couldn't create anything either. It was like, as soon as I got to the box, like, Sassuolo just crammed out the edge and I could not find a way inside. But in the end, it didn't matter because we got the win. And after Torino beat Juventus, go on Torino, our former career mode team, by 2-0 in the Turin derby on the 1st of March. That now means that we have gone 8 points clear with 12 games to go. Yep, Juve have slipped up mightily in their last few games. 2 losses in their last 3, including 1 to us, of course, and 1 in Turin derby. That's got to hurt Juventus. But, yep, Juventus struggling, Juventus slipping, Juventus 8 points behind with 12 games to go. Yeah, no doubt about it now. We've done so well to keep pace with Juve for the whole way. Now we've taken the lead. I'm going to say this right now. I refuse to let this lead slip. I worked so hard to get back into the title race. I worked so hard to take the lead in terms of points. If I let this slip now with 12 games to go, 8 points clear, then it's the worst choke of all time. Look. Seriously, I choked an 8-point lead in my Arminia Bielefeld career mode to Bayern Munich, and that stung. That stung so badly. I choked an 8-point lead to Bayern Munich in that, I think it was 2nd or maybe 3rd season of Arminia Bielefeld. I'm not letting that happen here against Juventus. Not again. Not again. So for the following game, I could not wait for this, man. In a treble or bust season, AC Milan, Coppa Italia, semi-final, 2nd leg. We lost the first leg 1-0. Milinkovic-Savic with the goal. There was a debatable penalty turned down late on as well. But Scamacca opened the scoring. Lovely goal this too. Crossed the middle, flicked on, and Gianluca, what a signing he's been this year, makes it 1-0. And we have the lead against AC Milan. You know, when we lost the first leg, I said it as well. I said, I'm not worried. I'm not worried. Yes, we're trailing by a goal, but we're one of the best teams in Italy, and I believe we've got a better team than AC Milan at this current point in time right now. I believe we can turn this round, and we've done so. We were leading by a goal on the night. Andre Onana made a really big save right before the break, keeping it at 1-0, but in the second half, there was only really one chance, and I hit the post as well. The woodwork spares AC Milan's blushes, and after the game finished level on aggregate after 90 minutes, it did so as well after the extra time period too, which would mean it was penalties. Yep, a penalty shootout to see who would go through to the Coppa Italia final. And you know I'm terrible at penalties, which is why I wasn't surprised to see the first one saved by Mike. Yep, Memphis sees his penalty stopped by the Frenchman, but Onana also denies KDB. And I was thinking, okay, back to square one. Still 0-0. Scamacca, my go-to guy this season, also has his spot kick saved by Mike. I'd missed 2 in a row. And then Rafael Leao hits the crossbar. 4 penalties and no one had scored. I was thinking, come on, Kefren. Come on, at this rate, all you need is 1 penalty to win it. And his was saved by Mike. 5 penalties in a row. Missed. And then finally, the deadlock broken. Onana sent the wrong way, and I thought, well, if I miss it with Samuel Ricky, it's all over. And thankfully, it's actually one of the best penalties I've ever taken. Top corner, and we finally get on the scoreboard. It's 1-1. And then Onana makes the save to keep it that way. 5th and final penalty. Mikkel Damsgaard. Oh my God. Hits the top of the crossbar, which meant Sandro Tonali could send AC Milan through. And it's as cool as you like. This is why I dread penalties in FIFA. 5 taken. 4 missed. 3 saves, 1 off the crossbar. Only the 1 goal, and it was ironically one of the best penalties I've ever taken. It was brilliant, wasn't it? Why couldn't I do that with the others? That was right in the top corner. Oh my God. Rubbish, shambles, absolutely terrible. You call yourself a FIFA YouTuber, what was that? Then again, I'm not known for my skill, more so the entertainment, but even so, that was terrible. Oh my God, one of my worst penalty shootouts there, and it's so funny because, you know, I often say when I'm recording the videos, when I edit them back, it's so funny because I'm like, oh my God, was it really that bad? Like, if there's a game where I've played terribly and I've been battered like 4-0 or whatever, I've been humiliated, I'm like, was it really that bad? When I'll check on the editing, I'll see just how bad I played. I'll watch the game back and I'm like, oh God, it was worse. That was shocking. That is one of the worst penalty shootouts you've ever seen. And to be fair, like, AC Milan spot kicks weren't great either, but terrible, absolutely terrible. And in a treble or bust season, one's gone. One has gone, and you would say, based on how strong Juve were in the Serie A this season, up until recently, the Coppa Italia would have been our best shot of silverware this year, and probably our easiest, if you want to call it easiest, trophy to win and to retain it. Instead, knocked out by our rivals AC Milan on the spot kicks in the semis, and in a treble or bust season, the bubble's already blown. Yep, we are not going to retain our Coppa Italia, the only trophy we've won so far of Inter Milan. The board not happy to see it. Made even worse by the choke on spot kicks to our rivals AC Milan. What a terrible way to go out in our trophy defence. So that would mean now, well, treble or bust? Well, it's gone. Double or job gone, I would say now. League and Champions League, I'd say we've got to go for it all out, and we've got to get both of those in the cabinet. So following game, Venezia at home at San Siro. On the back of the humiliating loss to AC Milan on spot kicks, had to get it right in this game, and we did as well. Venezia, one of the weaker sides in the division, controlled the game from start to finish. Chiesa scored our opener, Matheus Nunes got our second. Played some really good defence in this game as well, I must say. Really composed at the back, and in the end, a very comfortable 2-0 winner against Venezia. So yeah, that's how you got to respond, man. I talk about this quite often, but when you come on the back of like a shocking defeat or an embarrassing loss or a choke or a bottle job or whatever, you got to make sure you respond in the following game. Like, you can't have back-to-back games, especially when you're a big team like we are right now, where you fail to win. How we like drawn against Venezia there, that would be disaster. Instead, you put it to the back of your mind and you go again in the following game. You know, you go again in the next one, which we did, 2-0 win against Venezia, and we stay clear of Juventus. And the following game, Spurs, second leg, Champions League, round of 16. If we avoided defeat by more than 1 goal, we are going through to the quarterfinals, just like we got to last year before our knockout to our former team, Manchester City. So taking on Spurs, like I said, I wouldn't say we had 1 foot in the quarterfinal, absolutely not, but I knew, stay disciplined at the back, make sure we didn't concede more than 1, and we'd be going through. And once Chiesa opened the scoring early and we had the early advantage, I knew at that point, yeah, we're going to be alright. Spurs would need 3 goals here at the San Siro. Only one team's done that to me this year. That was, of course, Juventus. So, yeah, I felt very confident after Chiesa gave us more of a cushion. We were leading by a goal. Spurs, to their credit, did have a couple of chances. Good save by Onana there, kept it at 1-0, but really, I didn't feel like I was in too much trouble. Later on in the game, in a really poor, uneventful second half, still leading by 1, we had a chance to wrap the game up and wrap the tie up as well, which we would do. So, 7-7 for our number 9, and this is why in our Champions League games, Moise Kean sits on the bench. Yeah, one of the best strikers in world football at this point in the game right now, but at the moment he can't get in our Champions League first 11s because this guy is one of the top scorers in the Champions League and our top scorer. Scamacca wraps it up 2-0, and that would do it. Yep, 2-0, same score scoreline like we had in North London. We are through to the Champions League quarter-final. You see who we've got in the very next episode, but now in the Serie A. The point gap remains the same. 8 clear of Juve, 11 games to go. Win 6 of those remaining 8. Maths is not my strong point. Win 6 of those remaining... No, sorry, it's 11 games to go. Basically, what I'm trying to say, guys, is destiny's in our own hands. Goodness gracious. But that went into today's episode of the Realistic Summer Career, guys. Big thank you. Fortunately, you enjoyed it. If you had, please drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you for the next episode very soon. Penalties are tricky, alright? They're difficult.